Somebody else who's going to be put in a difficult position next year is NFL defenders. And Choppy, you have a horrible take on this. At least that's my belief. It's more disagreement. But the NFL outlawed something yesterday that you think is actually a great move from the league.
Wait.
The hip drop.
You don't
think
this is a good idea?
No.
All right. Now, look, you are on the side of the players, which means I know I'm right. Because if the players want something, I know it's wrong.
Oh, that includes grass versus turf?
Not that. All right. I was on that before the players were.
They got on it because of you?
Listen, let me ask you this. Does the tackle...
Explain the rule really quickly.
They're getting rid of the hip drop tackle, which is the wrap around the hips version of the horse collar.
It's the play that Tony Pollard got injured on.
And Dak.
In San Francisco.
For the most part.
Not quite. It's similar, but not quite. He just kind of like got wrapped up awkwardly. But this is like the one where you're basically dropping the weight of your hips.
You drop your body, your hips. You grab them by the waist, you drop your hips, and then you wind up landing on their back leg, which gets caught up underneath you. So my question to you would be, does this play get players injured at a higher rate than any other legal tackle right now?
Yeah, it does.
Then there you go. There's your answer. Then from if you're the owners, I don't care about the players. I don't care what the players' standpoint is. I care about the owners. The owners say we are losing investments because of this tackle.
No, I think the owners are clearly just interested in making things as easy as possible on the offense.
I don't know that this is about the offense making things easier on them. I think it's about keeping the players on the field. The offensive players that are big-time players that you want to keep on the field. Your pass catchers, your quarterbacks, your running backs, you want to keep those players on the field. Like
every defensive player in the NFL essentially is against this.
Of course they're
saying, what are we supposed to do?
They were also against the horse collar.
We're heading not like this. This one is like, I mean, a lot of defensive linemen were like, this is like how 90% of us tackle.
They were also upset with leading with your head. Well, how was supposed to tackle?
You know what? Yeah, people have gotten hurt with this tackle. People get hurt in the sport of football.
Yeah, they do.
It is the sport.
It is the most common way though that they get hurt.
It is the sport. This is just moving closer and closer to, like, guys yesterday were saying, like, well, just put the belts on them. Put the belts on them with the little flags. That's where we're heading anyway. Just turn it into that. Turn it into 7-on-7. Turn it into flag football. Turn it into two-hand touch. Two-hand touch is probably too violent for him. This is just, I understand it happens. It sucks that it happens. It sucks that it happens. It's football. It is a contact violent sport.
It is, but when you're dropping all your weight on someone's back leg, you're leaving their Achilles, their ankle, their whatever, tibia, fibia, whatever the hell it is, exposed. This is a recipe for a broken ankle. This is the most dangerous play in the sport. The fact that anybody thought that removing the tush push was a bigger deal than this is just a crybaby about the Eagles do it better. That's it. That's all that is. This is far more dangerous than anything else in the sport.
Football is dangerous.
It is. All right, it is, and they've got enough. They got concussions everywhere.
Right, that's more dangerous than anything else. Well, let's end the sport.
Long term.
Let's end the sport.
That's long term danger.
But Chop, if this is like the way that we're trying to, then we need to end the sport of football. It needs to go away.
I don't think so.
I don't either.
Think that's this.
So stop trying to change it. Stop trying to change the core of what the sport is, which is a physical sport.
I don't think that has anything. This leads us any closer to flag football or any closer to ending the sport. It's a play that is on the danger scale, far more dangerous than any other play that's out there, any other tackle, far more, not even close. So there's very little difference in this and the horse collar, very little.
I think everybody generally agreed that the horse collar was too dangerous.
And the fact that they don't
including defensive players.
All right, but if they outlawed this tackle first, if nobody thought of the horse collar, and this was the tackle that they used, if they outlawed this first, and then yesterday they outlawed the horse collar, everyone would be complaining about that too. because they would have taken it all the way.
I disagree because the horse collar was Roy Williams mainly. That's why it was called the Roy Williams rule. He was the one that was doing it all the time. And there were other guys who had done it, but it was common with Roy Williams because, of course, he didn't have the speed to catch guys. He was always reaching back and grabbing inside the jersey there. But this is one that, like, everybody uses this tackle in the NFL. Everyone.
Of course they do, because it's their last line of defense, because they only use it when they've gotten beat.
They wrap up and they drop. That's a wrap-up tackle, Chop.
You don't have to wrap up and then drop on their back leg. That's the point.
Let's turn it into the Pro Bowl. It's flag football. That's what we're playing from now on. That's what they're saying.
On text line, it's essentially a dirty tackle. It's unnecessary.
It's not unnecessary.
Next one.
It is the way you tackle somebody in a lot of instances. It is a technique tackle in a lot of ways.
Yes, only if you've gotten beat. You basically use that when you've gotten beat.
Not even
My
that.
suggestion would be don't get beat.
No, not even that. Look at the way that it happens with Pollard or other people.
You are not. This is not. This is a new. It's a tackle that. I don't know, man. They
want free flowing offense. That's what they want.
They also want their players on the field. If there's a play that gets guys hurt more often than not, then get rid of the play.
This is like the option route discussion with Dak, where everybody's like, oh my gosh, 15 interceptions. They go, oh my gosh, these injuries. It's like, yeah, but look at how often it's used. This is just the nature of what is a violent sport. You're essentially ruining a major part of the physicality of the sport. This is just heading to a worse product on the field. That's what they're setting up for, and I think it's a stupid rule.
Well, I think you're stupid.
hey, Sean, it's okay to be wrong. It doesn't make you a bad person.
You know what? I'm not wrong. I'm going to stand on this one. I am not wrong. That is the most dangerous play in the sport. So if it is, and the guys are getting hurt left and right on it. Didn't Mark Andrews get hurt on this one too?
I don't know if that was the one that he did. I know it was Kenyon Drake got hurt on this one.